Inflammation. If you have an autoimmune disease, that word is your whole life. Your immune system is essentially holding a match next to your own tissue and going, is this a threat? Let's find out. Every day, all the time. Now, I'm not here to demonize inflammation. Acute inflammation is how your body heals. It's chronic, unregulated inflammation that becomes the problem. And today I want to walk through the specific ways glycine intervenes in that process, because this, out of everything, is where I think the science is most compelling in our community.
This video is brought to you by A Hummingbird's Journey. End of life can be tough, and a death doula can help guide you and your loved ones through that journey with peace and dignity. If you're seeking support during those tender times, visit ahummingbird'sjourney.com to find the answers and comfort you need. The link is in the description.
Macrophages are immune cells. They're like the first responders of your immune system. They arrive at the scene of a potential infection or injury, assess the situation, and release chemical signals that can call in backup. Those signals include pro-inflammatory cytokines like TNF-alpha, IL-1 beta, and IL-6. In autoimmune diseases, macrophages can become chronically activated, stuck in a state of alarm even when there's no real threat, and they keep firing those inflammatory signals. Here's what glycine does. Macrophages have glycine receptors on their surface. When glycine binds to those receptors, it opens chloride channels, which hyperpolarizes the cell membrane. In plain English, it makes the macrophages less excitable, less likely to release pro-inflammatory cytokines. Multiple animal and in vitro studies have shown glycine reduces TNF-alpha, IL-1 beta, and IL-6 release from activated macrophages. These are the same cytokines that drive inflammation in diseases like rheumatoid arthritis, lupus, PSC, and IBD. Glycine is working directly on the alarm system. This might be the most cutting-edge piece of this episode, so let me set it up carefully. Inside your immune cells, there are structures called NLRP3 inflammasomes. It's essentially a molecular alarm that, when triggered, activates powerful inflammatory protein called interleukin-1 beta, and also initiates a form of inflammatory cell death called pyroptosis. The NLRP3 inflammasomes is implicated in a huge range of chronic diseases, including autoimmune conditions, metabolic disease, cardiovascular disease, and neurodegenerative conditions. It's a hot research target right now for exactly that reason. Research has shown that glycine can inhibit NLRP3 inflammasome activation. The mechanism involves glycine's ability to stabilize cell membranes and prevent the potassium efflux that normally triggers NLRP3 activation. In simpler terms, glycine may help prevent the alarm from going off unnecessarily. For our community, this is significant. NLRP3 has been specifically implicated in PSC, IBD, and other conditions in autoimmune liver-gut axis. The research is still evolving, but the mechanistic picture is compelling. NF-kB, a master transcription factor, it's like a gene switch that controls expression of hundreds of inflammatory genes. When NF-kB is activated, your cells start cranking out inflammatory proteins. In chronic inflammatory and autoimmune conditions, NF-kB is often a state of persistent activation. It's the switch stuck in the on position. Studies have demonstrated that glycine can inhibit NF-kB activation, reducing the downstream production of inflammatory mediators. This is consistent with glycine's effect on macrophages and the overall anti-inflammatory picture. What's remarkable is that glycine is working at multiple levels simultaneously, at the receptor, at the inflammasome, at the transcription factor. It's not a single target drug, it's a systems level modulator, which ironically makes it harder to study but also potentially more broadly useful. Let me be specific about PSC for a moment, because it's the disease I think about a lot. PSC is driven by bile duct inflammation, progressive fibrosis, and dysfunctional gut-liver axis. The gut microbiome in PSC is distinct from healthy individuals. There's a dysbiosis, altered bile acid metabolism, and increased intestinal permeability. Glycine is involved in several parts of the story. It's a component of glycine conjugated bile acids, which are the primary form of bile acid in bile. Glycine supplementation may support healthier bile acid conjugation patterns. It reduces macrophage activation in liver tissue, which is directly relevant to PSC pathogenesis. And by supporting gut lining integrity through collagen, it may help reduce intestinal permeability that drives the gut-liver immune cascade. I want to be transparent here. There is no large clinical trials on glycine specifically in PSC patients. The evidence is mechanistic and from related conditions, but the biological rationale is there. And for a disease with very limited treatment options, that matters. Buddhism has a concept called right effort. The idea that we're not trying to eliminate struggle entirely, but to engage with it skillfully, not forcing, not avoiding, working with the situation as it is. Inflammation is like that. We can't and shouldn't try to eliminate immune function. The goal is calibration, helping the immune system be appropriately active, not chronically overactive. Glycine doesn't shut down your immune system, it helps regulate it. That's the distinction. And for those of us who feel like our immune system is running a marathon that no one asked it to run, any tool that helps the pace feel a little more sustainable is worth knowing about. Next episode, glycine and your liver. Specifically, how glycine helps protect liver cells from damage, supports detoxification, and plays a role in the glutathione story. For anyone with liver involvement in their autoimmune condition, this one is for you. See you there. I'm Kevin. I'm genuinely grateful that you've joined me here at Battle Within Autoimmune Life. Please hit like, subscribe, and leave a comment. It truly helps the channel reach more people in the community. If something in this conversation landed for you, share it with someone else who might be fighting their own battle within. I'll see you in the next one. Rest well.